Hey guys, it is Thursday, April 9th, 2020. We would have PE today, so I will include a PE link, something for you to do down at the bottom of this post. So today we're talking about Skunk and way he looks and acts and things that he says. And the reason we're doing that is because we've been talking a lot about characters and their character traits, and it's important when we're reading stories to get to know our characters in our story, to understand things about them. Because as we get older and we read more complex stories, sometimes those character traits are things that let us know whether it's a good guy or a bad guy, if they have good intentions or they're trying to be sneaky. Things like that help us be better readers. They help us understand, and the word we use is comprehend, our stories better. And so today we're gonna talk about Skunk from our story, The Easter Bunny's Assistant, and we're gonna figure out some of his character traits by those three things: how he looks, how he acts, things he says. So I think Skunk looks very friendly in the story. He looks very happy all the time, except for when he's outside the window, like, let me in. But overall, I'd say he looks like a pretty happy skunk. So I wrote down he looks very friendly, and then I kind of can draw a picture of Skunk. Some ears here, and a big smiley face. Although now it doesn't really look like a skunk anymore. Doesn't matter. We talk about it. Art is art, right? So he looks very friendly in the story, I would say. Sometimes our characters look scary. Sometimes they look mean. Sometimes they look very nicely dressed and very presentable. Sometimes they can look like they're in baggy clothes and they don't take very good care of themselves. So a lot of those things, like if we see a character who has holes in their clothes and doesn't really seem to care about their appearance, we can sometimes tell that maybe they don't have a good home life, or they don't have a lot of money, things like that. Whereas if they're dressed really nice, we can tell that they have money and they probably have a place to go home every night. Same thing with if they're always smiley and happy, and we can tell that things are going good. But if they're always like this, obviously something's going on to make them a little cranky. So things like that let us know a little bit more about our character. So how does Skunk act? In the story, Skunk is always so positive. Everything's so exciting or pleasant, and he's always so happy, and wow, that's beautiful, and he's very positive throughout the whole story. He's not a negative person. He doesn't talk about, I don't want to do this, that's a lot of hard work. Ugh, I can't believe you do. Like, everything was so exciting to him. Those eggs are beautiful. Wow. Like, everything was just like this great experience for him. So he, if I had to describe him and how he acts, I would say he is very positive. So I'm going to write, he is very positive. And then I'm going to draw a big ol' smiley face and some exclamation points, because he is just a super excited, positive character in our story, right? Throughout the whole thing, he's just super excited. Now, what does Skunk say? Well, his most famous line throughout the whole thing is, "That's so exciting! I'm so excited!" Always very excited, right? But almost everything he says has exclamation points to it, because he's just so which is why he always, sprays. He does feel ashamed when he sprays. He feels bad about it. You can see it. He's like, I'm so sorry. Like he feels bad about it, right? So in that, how does he act? You could also say he acts embarrassed when he sprays. He acts, upset or nervous when he sprays. He feels bad about it. So you could put that too. But what does Skunk say? He's just always excited, right? So I'm going to write, I'm so excited. Because that's one of his number one lines in the story. I'm so excited. And then we can draw oops. So I wrote, ew, and the skunk spray. I'm so excited. So we know that about Skunk, right? Okay, so our next job is on page 14. It's got all these word cards on it. So you are going to cut out all of the cards, and then you're going to match the two words to the contraction they would make. So for an example, our first word is should not. Should not. So you're going to find the word shouldn't right here and match it to it. Now, if you don't want to cut and glue and match them all up, that's fine. You can also take your crayons, although I know most of you don't have the boxes anymore, but actually you never did. You have them in your little crayon containers. But you can take your crayons and you can color our matches the same color. So I'll color should not blue. Sorry, I'm not going to get the whole thing colored because I don't want you to have to sit here and wait for me to nicely color it. But should not colored blue and shouldn't colored the same color blue, right? And then I can get yellow. And my next word is he is. And what is the contraction that matches he is? He is going to the store. He's good. So then I'm going to color he's the same color. So if you don't want to cut and glue and match them up, you can definitely do this too. Okay? Match them to different colors. So match the two words to the contraction that they would make. So that's going to be contractions, page 14. Okay? You write contractions on there so I remember to title it that. All right. Our next job is one we haven't done before. It's an R-Blends practice. If you look up at the top, they have a word bank up here. Trot, frog, crab, trap, grab, trim. Okay? So these are mixed up words, and they want you to use the word bank from up here to figure out what word they are. Unscramble it. So my first one is B-A-G-R. If I unscramble that, I get grab. Grab. My next one is T-O-R-T. So try to unscramble that and come up with what that word could be. Okay? When you go down below, they want you, let's see, to write a word that fits with the boxes. So these are going to be small letters and then a tall letter. So if I look, a word like crab would fit. Crab. Small, 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 tall. Now this one's going to start with a tall letter, and then the next three are going to be small letters. So see if you can find the word that starts with a tall letter and the rest are small letters. What'd you come up with? None of them are fall letters, remember. If you chose frog, it starts with a tall letter, an F, top to bottom, but the G at the end is a fall letter. It doesn't have a box that would be a fall letter. So it can't be frog. or trap. Can't be trot because trot has tall letter at the beginning and the end. Trim. Tall letter at the beginning. Small letters the rest of the way. Trim. Okay? Then you're going to fill in the blank. We set a trap. The frog is green. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you're all done, you should have used all 6 words. Grab, trot, crab, trim, trap, frog. Okay? Super exciting. That is Thursday. Let's see. We have one more. Fill in the missing words. Here's our word bank of words to use. Here's our sentences. We are going to read the sentence. The frog is grill. The frog is crab. The frog is dress. The frog is trip. The frog is crib. The frog is green. Green. I'm going to write it on the line. Cross it off my list. Write it on the line. Cross it off my list. I blank on a brick. I grill on a brick. I crab on a brick. I dress. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Maybe not. Still kind of there. I. Excuse me. I knew it was there. I trip on a brick. Trip on a brick. The blank has 4 legs. Dun. Could be grill. Could be crib. Don't know. So I am going to wait until I can read the rest of them. The kid is in his... Ooh, that one's got to be crib. Because the kid wouldn't be in a grill or a crab. Well, the kid could be in his dress. But I have a feeling it's crib. I can blank hot dogs. There's grill. I can grill hot dogs. You know what? I just realized I was completely wrong now that I'm going through it. I'm glad I didn't write my first guesses. Because after reading the other sentences, I'm now finding out that number 3 is crab. The crab has 4 legs. Guess I always pictured crabs as having 6 legs because they have the pinchers and then the legs in the back. But I guess they only actually have 4 legs. These are more like arms, right? The kid is in his crib and she has on a dress. So when I go back through, that's what I got. Sometimes if there's more than one possible answer, it's best to keep reading through until you can eliminate all the other ones. That way you don't get them wrong. All right, Thursday, April 9th. That is it for our reading. We will be on Friday's stuff tomorrow. Love you guys, and we'll see you at Junie B. Bye.